Hello and welcome everyone. I see some trouble with Phil, no sound. Don't know what that's about because I hear it in my in-ear monitor. So I'll just give it a go. And hello and welcome to KHM Historical Media Live. Here we are. I'm just about to start with everything, but first some introductions. I'm Ben van Koert. I'm the guy behind KHM Historical Media. Normally much more comfortable on this end of the camera and not on the other end. But we'll see how it goes. What's my background? Well, I'm not the definite authority on the subject of jousting, but whatever it is, I have a lot of experience seeing it, and I even did it in the past. So doing this, and together with some valued guests, we can just get there and give you some useful insights on the activity of jousting and melee and tournaments and knights and castles and whatever we can think about. It's going to be great, I think. So what I've planned for today is some cool videos about St. Wendel. I've prepared the entire melee and some highlights of that. Please put your questions in the live chat so we can do a Q&A at the end of it. So I can answer some of your questions at the end of the stream, or maybe just address them in the next one. And for this one I don't have any live guests, but I'm planning to do so for the next few of them, so hopefully. A wonderful, Mark. Yes, I did it in the past. I did have some success in some tournaments, but success in jousting is relative, as we might address in some of the later episodes. Without further ado, I'd like to go to some of the video stuff I prepared for you. So here goes. St. Wendel, the melee on the Friday. So I've prepared this video screen for you. I'll put myself on the display just to give you some idea. So in St. Wendel, first lots and lots of waiting before people got onto the scene, but here they are. We've got some banner bearers, we've got some beautiful people with doing live music, and it was a very special event. It was one of the first events where we went. It wasn't the first solid joust, but it was a real big one in Europe. Might have been the first one. I'll just check it with Arne later. So here we have Wolfgang Krischke leading the pack. He's the tournament meister, followed by the Imperial team. If you hear me coughing, it's not corona. I got tested on Tuesday, don't worry. And here's Jorm van Essen, followed by Pelle, and they saw Dom as well. So when we talk about tournaments, tournaments are of course, people have this idea of jousting, and jousting is tournament. Now actually what you see here, the melee, is what they called a tournament back in the day. And of course for these tournaments there were highly prestigious events, and this guy you see on screen right now wasn't very honorable, so he can't take part of the tournament. He's not allowed to, and he gets the place of shame at the tilt fence of the list, of course. So here he sits, his weapons are taken away, and he bows his head in shame, of course, because it's not a good place to be in. Normally all the riders would get to have a go to hit him as they pass him by, but I think he's safe with this one. So here we have the Imperial team, and for the people who can understand German, I'll just talk right through it. Sorry for that. Here comes the Burgundian lot. You see Wouter Nicolai as the squire. Squire is not allowed to be hit. Then we see Toby, Arne, Andreas, and Luke Binks at the end of the column. These guys are looking forward to a great fight. So the tournament's about 3 hits, then you're out. Wolfgang, the tournament meister, is about supposed to stop people who are not to stop people from hitting other people. And here we have the Imperial team with Pelle, Joram, Alex, Dominic, and of course at the end it's Petter. Petter being the squire for the team. Everyone's lined up. Here are the Burgundians, who brought a sizable army for this exchange, being in the foreign imperial lands, and just to be safe. Better safe than sorry. And here we go. People are lined up, and we're off. Here goes. There goes Toby, Leroy Jenkins, Capwell, and Dom is doing great in the back. Keep a close eye on Joram, who's scooting everywhere on Togo. It's just an amazing sight to witness, and I'll do some highlights at the end of this because there's so much going on. It's not called a melee for nothing. Here comes Luke, Team Red Bull, and here's Alex, who's in quite the pinch. We'll get into this later. She tries to get away. Luke fends her off, but Toby Capel cuts her off, and she's in a world of hurt. And we reset the field for now, but Joram didn't get the note, so Tournament Meister needs to step in. Yeah, just hold for now, but the Burgundian team wants to get some hits in after that exchange, just to get square. So, Burgundian crosses disabled everywhere, but no matter. Teams are going back to their ends of the field. The first clubs have been discarded, so here we see Joram with a sword instead of a club. And the thing is, theory about this kind of tournament is that they cross, then you can't engage, and after the engagement, the one who turns the first gets the best opportunity to get the best angles, at least in theory. So you'll see, keep a close eye out for that. Here's Pelle looking splendid. Saleh and Bever combo. Andreas, close salad. I love the red and white, it's so striking. Arto in the back, being Arne's squire, or banner bearer. And here we go again. And off to the exchange. Joram already crossed the field and making short work of the people over there. Exchange, Pelle, Arne. Arne lining up for another bout, but here goes. And as you'll see, people will try to strike on the weekend of the other riders, so attacking them on their left. Okay, that's Luke being disarmed by Pelle, going for another sword, but we'll stop the exchange now because we can't go on with a club lying on in the field. I'll show you a replay of that disarmament later because it's a bit funny. People looking a bit tired already. It's always hard work. Some of you actually, you know it. So I see 15 people in the chat. Thank you for being here. Thanks for joining me. We are resetting the field. Joram taking his time just to give himself and Zogo a breath. Petter being the banner bearer and wingman. He's doing an important job shielding other people because he can't get hit. So if he's being in the way and sitting on the weak spot of the other guys, he can fulfill a useful role. And here they go again. First exchange. Luke exchange blows with Joram, and Joram does beautiful canter pirouette and attacks Andreas, but he's in trouble because Luke's there to pick up the pieces. There went Dom. Toby in a spot of bother, but Joram just can't quite reach him. And there's the wingman, not quite doing its job, but Luke attacking Yorm in the back wonderfully. He just could not see that one coming. Some of you might think, I filmed this in 2012. It's a bit busy now and then, but mind you, I filmed this to make a whole different kind of movie, not to make complete oversight video like I'm actually trying to do right now. Arne is having a bit of trouble with his armor, which is why this is a bit longer exchange. But if you think, why is the camera going everywhere? Well, I'm just trying to get the best shots over 3 days and make a good montage. But luckily I had enough to make this insight. Arne is sorted, so we're ready to go again. And here goes. At a leisurely, nice controlled pace, everyone's moving, but Yorm is already turning and lining himself up for a good attack. But there's no one to attack. So here he goes. He has a target, but he's hit in the back. He just couldn't find the target in time. So, got to stay mobile. And mobile he is. Just look at him. Turning again, weaving and stopping the attacks. It's just a pleasure to watch. And even though we had to stop, people just went along. Here you see Wouter being an excellent wingman to Toby. Even though the battle was stopped, Joran was still coming in, and sometimes these guys, they just can't hear it. So yeah, he did a great job just protecting Toby's weak side. So he just had one side to keep heat off. Burgundian army in the back's looking really relaxed, so no political tensions as far as I can tell. Nikki Willis, bless her, helping Arne. No, it wasn't Arne. Sorry for that. I think this is the final pass. Final bout. And here we go again. Burgundians working nice together. This is a beautiful exchange between Luke and Joram. It's just watch that. I have it in replay. It's I love that final bit. And they just can't get enough of it. Yeah, this was one of the great events. There's some which may have been just as grand, where I unfortunately wasn't able to attend, but this is just marvelous. It's so many nights on one field and so many great skilled riders and some armor trouble. Luke. Yeah, that was it. So now we will assess who was the winner and how it all went. So now the action's over, but I still kept this in because it paints just such a nice picture of how it all was and how it looks like. So this is Christine Krischke, also it's partner of Wolfgang, owner of the Hofreitschule, Bückeburg. Griff in the right, and of the Imperials, Jurm van Essen gets a honorable mention. Yes, and Jorm's asked to step forward. Yeah, and now they go over the winner of the joust. It's I won't get into too much spoilers. Those who already were there, you know how it went. Was quite spectacular, and to be honest, while I was filming this, I couldn't keep track of everything as they said it, because it's a hard job filming and registering everything in time, as you can imagine. But just the image of Yorm and Zogo together, that was just a brilliant pairing. Same goes for some of the other guys, of course. It's just I love these rider pairings. But just looking magnificent. And yes, the day's winner of the joust, Jorm van Essen, gets a sip from the Victory Cup. Also, one of the details I liked about this event, just things like this. It's a bit difficult to drink in the Grand Bassinet, but symbolically, it's all great. So the day winner gets the place of honor next to the tournament meister, and here we go. Victory parade around the list and of the field. This went a lot quicker than I foresaw. Felt longer when I was preparing it, but this was about 17 minutes. Here, look at that. Yes, Zachary. Joram did make a lot of the saddles for the event. I think not all of them. Just looking at Toby's and maybe Dom's. I'm not really sure, but he made a lot of them. Yes. Just look at that. So many horses in war saddles and just armor of this level. All the banners and everything. I'm just hoping that after the whole corona thing we can do this again rather quickly, because super special. Just a riot of colors, and you see heraldry just works. Just looking at this, it's super special. And the Burgundians are going, and so is the small army. So I hope you enjoyed that. It's the scoring system based on one source or invented. I think was a combination between several sources and just invented with extra riders as the wingman of some of the knights. So I want to get into some of the highlights with you guys. Just getting there. Some teamwork. Alex is in a big pinch over here. I'll get into the questions later. Alex with the green plume, hit in the back by Luke while engaging Arne, and she knows she's in trouble, so she tries to get away. So Luke is on the outside, so she can't go that way. So she tries to fend him off. But what you can't see is that Toby is on the inside and just they're pummeling away on her, and well, you just can't stop it, can you? Just brilliant teamwork. Let's look at that again. Just, yeah, she's out. She's definitely out. So here we have a close look at that disarm of Luke. How did that happen? Because I think Pelle is rather lucky at that point. Of course, he meant to do it. Look at that. So Luke is lining up his shot straight in his face, and he couldn't really defend it. Look at that. It just hit the wrist, slapped over it, and Luke just had to let go. And he still gets the club in his face, but it wasn't a full smash on. So lucky you, Pelle. And sucks to be you, Luke. It's really great. Joram and Zogo. It's not the greatest filming, but look at him go. He gets out of the screen a few times. Here we go, but he's on your right. So keep an eye on the grey, the blue barding, Joram and Zogo. That canter pirouette is just beautiful. Just weaving and turning. So strong. And you see Wouter coming in to the rescue of of Toby, of course. And another nimble Joram and Zogo action, because they just stood out. He wasn't the winner for nothing. So look at him. Luke's coming in the back. He defends it and just hits first in the chest and then on the arm. Can you believe it? Here we go. Slow-mo, and that just has to suck. Just thinking you got that great of an attack and just, yeah, just once more, because I love that. I live for this shit. I love it. Yeah, and that's the video starting all over again. So that was this bit. I'll just check for any quick questions. I saw a quick question about the Souls work. If you have any new questions, please ask them right now. I see 23 people in the stream.
Je moet eerst je iPhone ontgrepen.
Alright, that's Siri coming in. Yeah. So if you have any questions, just watching this in later on, because you just couldn't see the live stream, it's all fine. Just put them in the questions in the box anyway, in the comments. I'll address some of them maybe next stream. See you all again in 2 weeks when we go on the St. Wendel Saturday, and I have some special other things planned as well. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider supporting this stream on the Patreon link below this thing, and if not, no worries, and hope to see you all again on the tournament field soon. Alright people, thank you so much, and goodbye until next time.